Welcome to Reiki Banashi, a podcast where we talk about Reiki in a simple and approachable way. I'm your host Innina, practitioner and teacher Shihan of Jikiden Reiki, and through this space I share thoughts and reflections with you. Today I have the great pleasure of welcoming Eri Fukase Luman. She is a Shihan of Jikiden Reiki and she teaches in Portland in the United States. Eri is also a Shodō artist, which is Japanese calligraphy, and she also teaches Shodō meditation, which we will also talk about together. I can't wait to share this conversation with you, so make yourself comfortable and let's get started. Okay, こんばんは。おはようございます。おはこんばんちはかな I think. Good morning for you and good evening for me, Eri-san. ようこそ. Welcome back to Reiki Banashi. It's a great pleasure to have you with us today. And お元気ですか? How are you?
はい。元気です。I'm fine. Thank you so much.
So we actually met only online. We didn't meet in person yet, right? But
True, that's true.
right? I hope it's going to change soon, hopefully. Right. So maybe just to introduce you a little bit, Eri-san, you are a Shihan of Jikiden Reiki and Shodō artist, Japanese calligraphy. We will come back on that later. And also a writer. This I discovered on your website. And you live in Portland in the US, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
And we actually never met in person, but you were a guest on episode 20 with Frank Arjava Petter and with Patrick Lancau to talk about your beautiful book. I'll just show it again. The 125 Waka of the Meiji Emperor. And for who didn't watch, oh yes, yay! For who didn't watch the episode, I will put the link below to who is curious to know more about it. And so it's a beautiful book with the 125 poems of the Meiji Emperor. And in that book, we can find 125 of your beautiful calligraphies. It's really, really beautiful. And it's not like only 10, it's 125 of them. So this is a book I highly recommend. And I discovered also that you did the beautiful art book of this of Women in Reiki. I talked about it with Amanda and Silke Clem, and they were talking about this beautiful art that you're doing. So I cannot wait to talk about that with you also later. And you know, this morning I was watching and reading one of the Waka. Nowadays, like I try to read them. Sometimes in Japanese, but it's old Japanese, so sometimes it's not so easy for me. And I was thinking, it's so beautiful, this calligraphy. I'd love to have it in my room. And then I saw on your website, actually, we can order also the calligraphies to you, right? Or you do also custom calligraphies.
Yeah.
So if we ask you something or...
Yeah.
Yeah. So we will check that. I will insert all your information at the end of the episode, so we can check
Thank
that. And you know, Eri-san, last time we were in a group setting, so I couldn't really ask more about your story, but I'm very interested to know more about you. And maybe to begin, I'd love to go back in time. And would love to know more about your Reiki journey, if you're happy to share it with us. Maybe how did you come across Reiki for the first time, and what drew you into this practice?
Okay. Yes. Actually, this goes back to 1997. Yeah. I was in a car accident in Colorado State. And my Aikido friends offered me Reiki. And it was like a Reiki with direct hands-on touch.
Mm.
And that was my first encounter with Reiki. Yeah.
Ah.
And it was very positive experience.
Mm.
But at that time, I felt that Reiki was something a lot of people were already doing. So,
Ah.
yeah, I wasn't very interested. I guess you could say I'm a bit contrarian that way.
Mm.
Yeah, and then decades later, when I was looking to take a healing or a spiritual class,
Mm.
Reiki was the only one that fit my schedule.
Ah, so it was
Yeah,
this way.
yeah,
Okay, okay.
mhm, yeah, and because I had resisted Reiki for so long, I
Mm.
decided to take it. Yeah, I believe that the energy we use to resist something is
Mm.
often the very energy that draws it towards us, right?
Ah, yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I searched for traditional Reiki as much as I could.
Mm.
Then first, I found a Western Reiki.
Mm.
Yeah, of course, right? And it could be maybe Karuna Reiki,
Uh-huh.
but honestly, I can't really remember what style it was.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the instructor was wonderful,
Mm.
but it left me many questions.
Mm.
Yeah, like I felt something was missing. So it initiated me to search for traditional Reiki,
Mm.
just like many other Western Reiki people who search original.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I reached Jikiden Reiki, Mari's website.
Ah,
Yeah, I found her website.
wonderful.
Yeah, and when I connected with Mari, she explained me that was with email, and
Mm.
she explained things like sincerely and felt really good energy from her.
Mm.
Mari-san.
Yeah, yeah, of course, Marisa.
Yeah. Then I found that Taro sensei was coming to Vancouver in a few months. So I just decided right then, like, okay, I'm taken.
Amazing.
And at the first seminar, I got to stay at B&B with Mari as someone happened to cancel the seminar.
Oh.
Yeah, so automatically the Airbnb room was available for me.
Mm.
Yeah, and Tadao Sensei and Yohei-san stayed in the same B&B with us in the basement. So I got to spend some time, with them before and after seminar as
Mm.
well. And I felt really comfortable with them, although it was my first time meeting them. And from the moment I met Mari, I felt the familiarity.
Mm.
Yeah, like I know her.
Mm.
Yeah. And I felt a sense of warmth and openness from Tadao sensei.
Mm.
Your hair was so friendly and genuine, and everyone in the seminar was so kind and carried such a good energy,
Mm.
as you can see.
Yeah.
It was so easy with them, and it was so natural. Plus, seminar content felt my soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, through my life in the United States, I had already been reminded of the beauty of Japanese culture and
Mm.
ways of thinking. But beyond that, like I came understand something that lies at the very foundation of the Japanese way of living and
Mm.
the depths of it.
Mm.
Through the Jikiden Reiki seminar, I discovered like not only the beauty of Japanese culture, but even like a deeper layer of that beauty
Mm.
for even for Japanese people.
Mm.
So here I am.
Ah, it's
Yeah.
wonderful, huh? I hear that a lot, that Japanese people going through the training, it deepens even more their love for their Japanese roots, because it deepens really the understanding also of the depth of the culture, right?
Mhm.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah. Have different approach, like historically and the,
mm,
nature and the spirit of Japanese people. And yeah,
mm. So you felt a big difference from your first training and this Jikiden Reiki.
yeah, for the Western Reiki seminar, there was no history.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm,
And like many other Western, Reiki experienced people say
mm.
those Jumon and those are a
Yeah,
little off. But as a Japanese, I can see what it is,
yeah,
and I can kind of understand,
mm.
but there's no explanation.
Yeah. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah. So as a Japanese, I'm like, I know this, but I don't know this.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
So it's even worse probably for someone who understands the
Right.
kanji or
Yes.
the language. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Y-
I guess that was actually good for me because,
Mm.
as I said, I wasn't interested in Reiki. But because of this, that dug into my curiosity. Like, what is this?
Mm. So
I want to know
interesting.
more.
Yeah. Yeah. So it really came from something you're not really so interested, but it keeps on coming to you. And you're
Yes.
resisting it, as you said in the
Right,
beginning.
right.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
And yeah, that kind of leads me to the next question.
Mm-hmm.
Um, was there a moment, of course, that you
Mm-hmm.
talked about your accident, so probably receiving the Reiki was
Mm-hmm.
probably part of it, but was there a moment when Reiki had a particularly profound impact on you, or either personally or maybe spiritually as well?
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yeah. I still remember a few moments that made me truly realize the power of Reiki. It
mm,
was one of the first experiences at the very beginning of my Reiki journey, like after learning Jikiden Reiki, and it has stayed vividly in my memory. It
mm,
was when I was volunteering and offering Reiki at a gymnastics competition.
mm,
And the judge came to me with a bad headache. Yeah, and then right after the session, she had to go straight back to her duties as a judge.
mm.
So I was wondering what happened to her, if she was okay after that. And at the end of the day, she came to me with a big smile and hugged me. Yeah, she said, it's all good, it's better.
Oh,
It was completely unexpected and a very moving moment. Yeah. And another experience was with someone who has been in a traffic accident.
mm,
I gave him Reiki, and the next day I received a phone call from his wife, and she sounded really amazed. And the change he felt overnight was something he never expected. So he
mm.
could move his neck and he could lay down
Wow.
on his stomach. And later, and he asked me that if I was using some kind of a cream that generate heat on the hands because the hands were so warm. Yeah, it was funny.
Oh.
Uh, and then there was a time that when the energy in my hands became so intense, so hot that I couldn't bear it. And
Mm.
so it was, yeah, it was after the volunteering and doing Reiki for about 6 people at the gymnastics
Ooh.
competition. Yeah, and I felt it after I got home. I actually had to run cold water on my hands to cool them down. It was an like indescribable, amazing sensation that I've
Mm.
never felt before. Yeah, that was physical,
Yeah.
amazing experience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
so
Ooh,
those
that's
are
amazing.
first experiences.
Eh,
Mm.
yeah. Amazing. Yeah. Oh, that's very impressive about the car accident, the traffic accident you said. Yeah.
Yeah, car accident.
So the
Yeah.
person was injured, and you were there to help, and they could feel the effect
Yeah.
overnight. Huh?
Mm. Yeah, it was my first, like, beginning of my Reiki, uh, you know, practicing. So I believe it, but I
Mm.
haven't really witnessed, so I couldn't really,
Yeah.
I mean, I believed it, but I didn't quite believe, I guess. Like, I haven't
Yeah.
seen
Mm.
that dramatic change, so still remember vividly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's quite impressive when you have the confirmation.
Yeah,
Right? That's the
exactly.
thing.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Truly seeing is believing, right?
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, I mean, it's interesting because you had a traffic accident yourself, and that's the first time that you received
Right.
Reiki, right? So it's almost like a chain
Yeah.
coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Mm.
funny that he also said because the Reiki was so effective, he
Mm.
said, "Oh, he also has a son,
Mm.
and he knows my son too." And he said, "Oh, probably Reiki will cure their baka, the stupidness."
There's stupidness.
Like, well, I
Mm.
hope so.
Well, it means he really believed in it and he really felt that it worked on him.
Yes, yes. Yeah, that's the proof.
That's the proof, exactly. Ah. I wanted to ask you something. I'm always curious about that, especially for Japanese people that grew up in Japan and then moved to another country, if you're okay, of course, to share that. Um, so you were born and grew up in Japan, right? And
Mhm.
then you moved to the US. At what age? I don't know if you told me that maybe last time.
Yeah, it
Uh,
was college, you know,
okay,
at the
okay.
college. Mhm.
Right, right. Maybe can you share what the cultural transition have been like for you? Like,
Yeah, I will. Yes. Yeah. Well, so at that time, in Japan, before I moved, like I felt a lot of resistance
mm,
and dissatisfaction toward Japanese society, and
mm,
I was emotionally confused. So coming to the United States and leaving Japan was something I truly hoped for.
yeah, yeah.
I I entered college in Kansas.
Mm,
Yeah. But however, the English was not something I was confident in, and I was quite shy back
mm,
then. So making friends was not easy for me.
mm,
Yeah. Connecting with other international students was easier, you know,
mm,
since we shared a similar situation. You know. But with English speaking Americans, yeah, I didn't feel equal. Like I was
mm,
almost like, it was almost like they were adult and I was a child or something like that.
mm,
Yeah,
mm,
I know it's kind of strange, but yeah. So uh, not being able to speak English well gave me a sense of inferiority.
mm,
And at the same time, I struggled with myself, like knowing that I shouldn't feel that way.
mm,
So, hoping to improve my English, I chose a college in a rural area with a few Japanese students. Went to Kansas, like a small town in Kansas. And looking back now, I realized that to English speakers, I was the foreigner also,
mm, mm,
the unfamiliar one, right? And they may not have known how to approach me either. Yeah,
mm,
back then, I couldn't think that way, but yeah, it's hard for anyone to step out of their comfort zone. So, yeah, but still, I came to the US without thinking too much. You know,
mm.
I acted first and thought later.
Mm.
Yeah. in a very practical sense, I was living with like a jump in and see what happens mindset. So I was simply doing my best to get through like each day.
Mm.
And there are many moments when I didn't know how to express myself because of the language barrier. And I often felt lonely. Yeah.
Mm.
But even in those times, I was blessed with kind people.
Yeah.
And someone would reach out to me or connect me with their friends. Yeah.
Mm.
And during the holidays, especially, I was supported by those people and friends and my host family. The holiday time was difficult time, like being
Mm.
away from home. Yeah. But I wasn't really being homesick. Yeah.
Mm.
I think this is really fortunate that nice
Mm.
people are around me. Yeah. And being challenged like that made me realize that without a strong inner foundation, it's hard to find a true emotional stability.
Mm.
So that part was difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was unstable. Yeah,
Mm.
inside. And in truth, that was the same whether I was in Japan or living in the United States.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah. Also,
That's
I had like those transition, like a food life. A lot of American extremely sweet
yeah.
seafood,
Mm.
but yeah, eventually I got used to it and adapted, and even liking those sweet extremities. Terrible.
Mm. I find it interesting that, the things we're escaping, especially when we go away from a place,
Mhm.
are actually mostly not from the place. Sometimes it's something that we have to go through inside of ourselves and finds its way to us and maybe has a lesson or something to teach us. I don't know if you see it this way.
Yeah, I think it is definitely good to go outside of
Mm.
where you are.
Yeah.
That way you can observe where you are. Yeah. Otherwise, you can't really see yourself like a surroundings, right? It's too
Mm.
close to
Mm.
see. So you have to step out to be able to see everything.
Mm.
And also like adventure experiences. Like
Mm.
you actually have to go through those experiences. Then first time, you understand. Yeah. So like naturally, probably I was feeling like I have to get out of here and find something.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a great way also to understand what are your inner strength and how much you can actually uh go through so many things, even though it's so hard through language, especially. I think this is something very special, to take the risk to not be able to communicate and to live it anyway. I find it quite brave.
thank you.
So,
Yeah, and
mm,
people automatically think that if the person cannot speak the language, uh, sometimes treat like a little child.
yeah,
Sometimes people speak loud,
yeah, yeah, louder
louder.
or
Yeah,
slower. It's like, I'm not deaf.
yeah,
It's not
yeah,
that.
yeah. I can hear you. I just
Exactly.
please slow down. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it brings you to so many interesting communication challenges, right? Like
yes, yes.
the
Yeah, I experienced different kinds of reactions.
Mm,
Yeah. And also I can see myself too. Like,
mm,
oh, I reacted this way.
mm.
Yeah. Well, back then it's difficult to
Yeah.
observe like that with calm
Mm.
mind.
Yeah, especially at a young age as well, right? Like if you're an
Hmm.
adult, a complete adult, it's different than when you're going to
Right.
school or something. It's a moment where rejection feels so hard, like when you're a
Yeah.
teenager. Yeah, yeah, I can imagine.
Oh,
But somehow you stayed and you learned to love the place you are, or
yeah. Yeah. Actually, I asked my parents to, you know, promise for only 1 year. But in my mind, I knew it's not going to be only a year. And later on, we talked about it, and my parents said, well, we knew that too.
So it was quite clear. They're so sweet though, because they played the
Yeah,
game to say, okay, it's only 1 year.
they are so against me going to a foreign country.
Oh.
But once I'm away, it seems they're okay because I'm not there, right?
Mm.
Yeah. Plus, back then, there was no like a cell phone, nothing like that. So
It's
when the
true,
phone
there
call
was no Zoom
yeah.
or
You just have to trust everything is okay.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I still, since we started the conversation, I cannot, like, I'm just watching what's behind you,
Oh,
and I see your wonderful shodo, for who's listening. Like, there's this beautiful piece of art of Eri behind her, and yeah, I would love to go into that topic if you're happy to. So you're also so Shodo. How can we
mhm.
maybe to who doesn't know this
Yeah.
art?
Mhm.
How could we briefly explain what is it to
Yeah.
start it? Yeah, and
Yeah.
how did you
Okay.
start to do Shodo?
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So first of all, Shodō. Yeah, Shodō is the Japanese art of calligraphy. No, the word Shodō literally means the way of writing,
Mm.
and it's considered a lifelong practice rather than a skill, like the way of tea. Maybe
Mm.
more people familiar with the way of tea. Yeah. And at the same time, it pursues the perfection of the characters. And as a result, in the world of calligraphy, there has traditionally been a strong emphasis on writing beautiful, correct characters. There is a system of ranks and levels. And because of that, we practice by aiming to reproduce the model characters as perfectly as possible.
Mm.
So repetition is essential for improvement, and precise imitation is considered really important.
Mm.
Yeah. And when I was growing up, that was how the world of calligraphy existed in our understanding. And it
Mm.
was a world deeply focused on that kind of perfection.
Mm.
So I started to learn Shodo at the age 7. Yeah, my mother asked me if I wanted to do it without understanding what it is, what it was. I just said, okay.
You're so young,
I have
yeah.
been a curious child and I still am, but yeah. So yeah, when I was a child, I just followed, wherever I was led. I just went along with what my teacher said and the way things were done. I
Mm.
just accepted as it was.
Mm.
Yeah, the Japanese.
The Japanese way.
Yeah, but however, that deep down, I always felt a little uncomfortable with just like mimicking the samples. And then something about it didn't quite sit right with me. Yeah, but I pushed that feeling aside and thinking it was the only way to improve. And it just
Mm.
that's the way it is. And so I just kept practicing. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. And then I stopped practicing calligraphy in junior high because I was busy with club activities. I was playing competitive tennis. So I was
Oh.
so tired. If I do calligraphy, I'll fall asleep.
That's right.
I quit. Yeah. But in high school, after I quit Naginata Club, I was in the Naginata. Do you know Naginata?
Naginata? No?
Yeah, Naginata is like a traditional Japanese martial art that uses a long pole
Ah,
weapon.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
with a
yes.
curved blade. Yeah, at the end, and has been especially practiced by women in Japan. Yeah,
Mm.
I was in the club, but that's another story. But I quit because I had my belief. So after that, good friend of mine came to me and begged me to join the calligraphy club.
Mm.
So, and that's how I returned to it. But I wasn't excited about it at all. I wanted to move around rather than sit down. But I did, you know. And when I was in college in Japan, I was an assistant for my relative's calligraphy class. So I was helping him out. Yeah.
Mm.
And then when I came to study in the United States, I wanted to bring a form of Japanese culture that I could
Mm.
share. So I brought my calligraphy tools with me. Yeah.
Mm.
And I remember doing volunteer works in the community and giving Shodō demonstrations at school events.
Mm.
Yeah. And it's etc. etc.
Mm.
But it was during my time at a university that my world started to open up in a way I never expected.
Mm.
It actually began with a very simple, practical thought.
Mm.
So I was taking oil painting and pastel classes. You know, art classes are easier because I don't really have to speak English.
That's true.
Yeah, somebody suggested art class is good for you. Yeah, so I did. And I noticed there was always some leftover paint on my palette. And I felt like it would be such a waste to just throw it away. So I thought,
Mm.
why not do something with this?
Mm.
You know, Japanese もったいない spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
もったいない.
always feel like, oh, もったいない.
How can we explain もったいない
uh,
for people who
もったいない,
don't mm,
it's
a
it's
waste かなじゃ、
wasteful, so not be wasteful,
うん、
something like that.
or it's a shame not to use or
Mm,
yeah,
mm.
yeah, difficult.
Yeah, yeah.
うん、
Use this. Yeah, don't waste it.
yeah, don't waste it. Yeah, yeah,
Don't waste
exactly.
it. But yeah, it's difficult to directly
うん、
translate this.
うん、
Yeah,
う
yeah.
ん、
But so もったいない.
いや、もったいない。
So I started mixing the leftover colors, spreading them out and pressing them onto paper.
うん、
So it's almost like making a print.
うん、
And as I stood there looking at the beautiful, random color on the paper, a spark went off in my mind.
おー、
I thought, oh, I want to write calligraphy on top of this.
ああ、
Yeah, that was the moment it all began.
うん、
Yeah, so that's how my art blending the tradition of Shodō with the like a vibrancy of color and natural materials was born.
Ah, wonderful. From a spark, a moment, those
Yes,
moments.
just came up.
Mm,
Yeah, it was the first time my world truly like started to expand.
mm,
Yeah, because it was black and white world.
mhm.
And originally I love color. Yeah.
Mm.
So it just connected right then. Yeah.
Outside the box. Tung,
Yes.
and
It just opened
there.
up. Yeah. Yeah. Then like life goes on. I've been through a lot of like highs and lows, like everybody else.
Mm,
Yeah. But one day, something incredible happened while I was just moving the brush freely like no intention, no
Mm.
pressure, just total freedom, just moving. And suddenly I was completely in sync with the movement, the moment. I
Wow.
was one with the brush. Yeah, I
Beautiful.
felt it like the light and effortless flow of energy. Mm, yeah, it was like a total revelation. Mm. And I heard it clearly said calligraphy is meditation.
Oh, wow. Ah.
So in that moment, like everything finally clicked. After years of fighting against those like rigid, traditional and questioning, what I was even doing, like I finally understood. Mm. Suddenly, all those like doubts just melted away.
Mm.
So I realized exactly why I had kept going all this time. And I saw that Shodo truly means to me.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. It was such a special, beautiful, and soulful reunion between me and Shodo.
Mm.
Yeah,
Wow, that's beautiful. So really being in this presence made you become
yeah,
one with the brush, and that moment, it's beauty. What you say is basically that uh, this moment of presence, this moment of realization gives you the freedom to go outside the box. It's
yeah.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was still like a no movement, right? Like
Hmm.
quiet, so quiet, but it was so burst of
Hmm.
energy at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, that reminds me. Later we will talk about that, but it somehow reminds me of Reiki as well. Interesting, interesting. And so you also teach Shodo as meditation.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
could you so of course this is something you experience, and how is it to teach it to other people?
Mm. So I
Mm,
created a text for this.
mm,
Yeah. And you actually don't write characters.
mhm.
Yeah. Because if you look at the text of kanji characters, then your mind will just go in the
Aha.
box of,
Yeah.
and automatically people seek for the perfection. Have to
Mm,
be this way, have to be that way. And that's the basic. Of course, you have to know the basic, but if you only focus on that perfection,
yeah.
flow will be gone.
Yeah, you miss the
Totally.
flow.
Yeah, energy movement will be gone.
Ah.
Yeah,
Mm,
because you can't really move, you can't really feel. Your
mm,
focus will be totally for the perfection.
mm,
Yeah, copying is the base of the practice calligraphy. But
mm,
if you, many people, like most of us,
mm,
will focus on that. Yeah, but I would like people to focus on the energy flow,
mhm,
because feels I want people to feel what I felt.
mm.
So yeah, still you can do the movement, feel the movement at the same time. You can practice calligraphy that
That's
way.
wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Yeah. So now, when you talk about this energy and this flow, of course, it makes me think of a bit of Reiki, and of course, you say meditation. But have
Mm.
you noticed any connections between Reiki and Shodo, or in
Mm.
which way maybe they enrich each other or
Mm.
deepen your perspective on each other? I don't know if you
Yeah.
can share
The
that.
yes, the energy movement is one. This we are using energy,
Mm.
not my energy,
Hmm.
my own. Reiki is the same way,
Yeah.
right? We have the pipe, yeah, just Reiki energy going through.
Mm.
And calligraphy is the same way. Like if you try to do yourself, like a using, like a focusing too much is
Mm.
already control is happening there. So when you try to control, the energy dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you should not go put yourself in the middle of all that. That's the thing. The
Right.
mind should not come in the middle to
Exactly.
control.
Yeah.
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 Ooh, yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. But first, I'd like to mention this. Like when I learned the Usui Sensei chose to make Reiki public, right?
Mm,
Kokai Tenju,
mhm,
I felt a deep connection to my own wish to share this practice.
mm.
Like his word, Reiki is for everyone.
Yeah.
Like stayed with me. Yeah. So calligraphy is often seen as something like difficult or only for those who are skilled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was never its true nature in my mind. And that writing is not about being good or bad. Yeah. And if you seek for, like a perfection, then yes. But,
Mm,
it is, to me, like it is about being present.
mm,
And we hold the brush and move our hands. We naturally turn inward.
mm,
Yeah. The process itself quiets the mind and gently frees the heart.
mm.
And this is why I want more people to experience it. And people around the world, and especially for Japanese people who think they are not good enough to do shodo.
Mm.
Yeah, I wish to take the pre-concept about shodo. Yeah, and calligraphy is not for a selected few.
Mm.
Yeah, so it belongs to everyone. Reiki is the same way, belongs to everyone. And often people think that Reiki is some kind of like a special ability that belongs to only certain people.
Mm.
But as we know, that is not true. Yeah, yeah. So it's the same with calligraphy,
No.
the way and Reiki in that sense. Yeah. And I think whether it's Reiki or Shodo, the peak condition is the same. Like it's when the mind becomes empty.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we talked, when
Mm.
we stop thinking and start being, that is when the true energy begins to flow.
Mm.
So that's the common
Beautiful.
thing with calligraphy.
Wow. It's so beautiful. It's really it's almost like at the end the results doesn't matter because it's like
Hmm.
it's the moment that matters, right? The presence.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then it transcribed into something, of course. But I guess that's not what you have to focus on, right? Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
Especially, yes, like a calligraphy already have the text.
Mhm.
There is a goal.
Mm.
But if you look at only the goal, focus on that goal, then you forget the process.
And you miss it.
Yeah,
Even-
completely. You won't be in the moment.
Mm.
Like a Reiki too and a calligraphy too. You just forget about, you know,
Mm.
whatever the result. It's not that's not the focus, but just being there
Mm.
and doing.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So
Wonderful. Ah, I wish are you teaching every now and then in Europe? Because that would be wonderful.
to go visit.
You have to come to Italy. I'm
I
sure
will.
so many people will be happy to
That'd
to
be
to
wonderful.
experience that because it's true, it's very rare to find someone that gives you the space and uh the authorization somehow to like free that
Mhm.
like it's as you say we really have kind of a image even myself that it is a way with rules of course because if you have to copy again and again and again I have
Mhm.
this image of very strict and very codified way to do that but the
Mhm.
way you talk about it is like okay I want to try. Mm,
Yeah, good things about calligraphy is you actually hold a tool, brush, and your body is moving, and
mm,
you can see what you're painting, and the energy goes into your writing and movement. So you like naturally goes into the state of meditation.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to like try.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
don't force it. It comes
Yeah.
naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
that's
easy. Yeah.
mm. So it's almost like an excuse, like okay, the and then comes a beautiful form.
Right. Yeah,
Oh.
that's the best way to create art, right?
Mm.
When your mind is empty and you get the inspiration that way
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
because you don't have anything inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reaching for this space of emptiness where the flow can go. That's
Yes.
beautiful. Wonderful. Thank you for that. And really, when you come to Europe, we really want to know because we would love to have you here. Yeah, yeah.
Great. Thank you.
And I have a last question for you. We're slowly arriving at the end
Mm,
of the episode, but usually, on the guest of Reiki Banashi, I ask this question about Usui Sensei, right?
mm.
But because of this wonderful Waka, the books, and how much time you spent with the poetry, the poems of Meiji Tenno, Meiji Emperor, I would love to ask you about him. Like, if you had the opportunity to meet Meiji Tenno, the Emperor, today, what
Mhm.
would you like to ask him or to
Mm,
say to him?
mm. Well, first of all, definitely I would like to tell him my gratitude that let me paint your waka. Thank you so
Mm,
much. Yeah, I really appreciate for this opportunity. And and I'd like to ask him that did my calligraphy truly fit the spirit of your waka?
mm.
Yeah, because I really hope so. He's happy with it. Yeah, and I'd like to ask him that did the composing waka feel like an easier way to express your heart, thoughts, and feelings than speaking them aloud?
Mm.
Because in your position as emperor, did poetry sometimes allow you to convey what could not be expressed directly?
Mm.
I wonder.
Yeah, that's a very good question, right?
Yeah. It
Mm.
I it must be really hard being emperor, especially the time of the era. Meiji
Mm.
era is the time of shifting.
Mm.
So I'm sure that it was difficult to say aloud a lot of things.
Mm.
And I wonder, like, if I'm sure he was not allowed to say a lot of truth.
Mm.
We can imagine, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But poem is uh, art. Like
Mm.
you can say it's a creation.
Mm.
So you can put your a lot of emotions, thinking it inside, right?
Mm.
And fold it and recite like Waka.
Yeah.
So I just wondered,
Mm. Yeah.
I just leave it that way.
Yeah, no, I love that. And if probably, through some poems, you can see that there's a depth. For example, when we talked about the situation with his son, like the concubine, you remember we talked about it in the episode. Like it's knowing his life and then seeing the words that he would delicately, very, very softly include in his poems can really make you understand there's a depth behind and something that wants to be shared, as you said. So, yeah, that's a very interesting question. Yeah. We would love him to answer that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, that's all the questions. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. Oh, thank you. That's a
Thank you.
beautiful way to arriving slowly at the end of the episode. But yeah, before we close, is there anything we haven't touched on that you feel called to share with us today, maybe?
So, no, I think I
Mm.
mentioned everything. I
We
think.
quite covered a few topics.
Yeah.
Right, right, all right.
Uh, yeah.
Mm.
Maybe before I go, I don't want to give myself a pressure, or maybe I should give myself a pressure. But right now, I am working on the book. It's a guide to meditative Shodō that comes
Oh,
as a collection of the soulful words. Because I do have the text for the meditation calligraphy, but I thought that it would be nice to have description and the words with it. So I'm working
mm,
on it. So please stay tuned for more
yes.
updates.
Oh, yes. So with no pressure, I will be delighted to read that too. So really,
Thank you.
whenever it's gonna be ready, we will welcome that as well.
頑張ります。
はい、頑張ってください。all right. All right, Eri-san. Before we say matane or bye bye, if someone would like to connect with you or learn more about your shodo, your classes, or even just maybe order a calligraphy,
Mm.
where can they find you? Maybe you have a
Mm.
website or. Hmm.
Yeah, website www, that sakagoad.com.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, a website.
Mm.
And also, I do Instagram too.
Mm.
Not really active, but I do every now and then. But
You do because we connect there every now and
yeah,
then. So I know you are there.
I try. So Instagram is rainbow underbar dragon underbar Eddie. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So
Okay.
yeah. So that would be good way. Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to include all the links down below
Mhm.
for this episode notes. And yeah, so Edison, thank you so much for this wonderful conversation. That's always such a joy to talk to you. So thank
Thank
you
you.
for inspiring us. Now I really want to try this meditation shoulder with you.
Great. Great.
So nice.
Thank you so much for having me today.
You. Thank you. So I hope we'll meet again, hopefully this time in person. That would be soon.
Yes, let's do it.
Who knows? Who knows where, right?
Yeah.
All right, Eri-san. ありがとうございました。
はい。
Thank
こちらこそありが
you.
とうございました。
Bye bye. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much again to Eri. If you'd like to keep exploring these topics with me, you can find me on Instagram or on my website. And if you want to dive deeper or learn more, all the links are in the show notes. If you enjoyed what you heard, feel free to share my podcast with someone you think might be interested. Your support and your time mean so much to me. I'll see you very soon for another episode, and in the meantime, take care. ありがとうございました。